So tell us a little bit, about how you got started working in libraries. Was this originally what you wanted to do? What was your journey to the library?
My journey was when I graduated from college, I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Like many of us.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was, I had a degree in English literature.
Okay.
And classical civilization, which was a combination of anthropology and archaeology.
Okay.
Or as my father told me many, many years ago, 2 taxi cab driving majors. Totally qualified to do absolutely nothing.
Now it'd be Uber driving.
No Uber driving, right. So I started my journey not knowing what I wanted to do at the ripe old age of 22. So then I got into banking. Why? Because that was the job I was able to get. So I worked on Wall Street for about 2 years or so. And at the ripe old age of 29, I was bored, and I wanted to do something that was meaningful in my life. So this is really old-fashioned, but I took a piece of paper and I wrote down what am I good at, what am I bad at, where do I want to be in 5 years, where I don't want to be in 5 years. And I wrote down all these kind of things, and a common denominator was either being a teacher or a librarian. So I figured, let me try librarian. So I called up a buddy of mine who was working in Brooklyn Public, and this is when I was living out Long Island. And I asked him, I said, is there any opportunities out there? He said, yeah, we got this new training program. So I went in and became a librarian trainee. 1, where that means you want to work for a library, and trainee 2 is when you declare you're going to go for your degree as a librarian. So as a trainee, they sent me all around Brooklyn, and it was a great experience. I worked Brooklyn at the time. They had 56 branches.
Holy moly!
Yeah, we had about 1,200 employees. So I was into a lot of different branches, and to finally, if you really wanted to move up in Brooklyn, you had to be there like about 25 years. So I said, I don't think so. I want to move up. So I decided, let me come down to Florida, because the place of opportunity, right? Sand, and I hated snow. I came down for 2 jobs. I applied for the one in Sarasota. They flew me down.
Really?
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, now it's all Skype interviews and stuff.
And then I figured, well, I'm down here, let me see what else I can do. And I got an opportunity to go up to Pasco. So I got on I-75 and went up to Pasco. So I did 2 interviews in a time of 1. Ah. So Sarasota said, no, we don't think you're the type that we want. But Pasco hired me. So I was in Pasco for 10 years, and then I finally got this gig. Here's one of my favorite parts. This is real Palm Harbor.
Yes.
Real Palm Harbor.
Now, technically Ozona, though, right?
Yeah,
but
you want to get technical about
okay.
it. Yeah, if you want to. But.
Oh, the Ozona Pig. I love that place.
Molly Goodhead.
Molly Goodheads.
This is one of the best places to get a burger and a beer. As a matter of fact, this was the first day I started here. My old secretary took me over there to show how hip she
nice.
was. Yeah, this is Old Palm Harbor. We can just go down here a little bit.
Yeah, just cruise through.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just always interested in seeing who's utilizing the library,
Well, our teen demographics are going up, which is really wonderful.
That's great. Yeah, well, I know. I mean, shout out to Sama. She does awesome programming. You guys have some of the best programming. I mean, I just can't even get over it. So I think that probably brings people back. They get into the,
We're doing some really interesting things. One of the things I've learned about being a good librarian or being a good manager is, and you've probably heard this before, it's nothing new. Pick the right people and then get out of their way. Just let them do their jobs, right?
No, amen. Yeah.
But I wanted to do something else, and I heard that one of the things I wanted to do this year is to reach out to millennials, and one way is to meet them at bars.
No kidding.
So why don't I have a book club at a bar? So we've been trying a few different places, and we've called this Ales and Tales.
How cute is that?
And since I've been doing 2 book clubs myself, I wanted to get staff involved, and they're going to be having it over here in Stilt House. Cool. Okay. What I like to do in my managers' meetings, this is really great to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I have meetings every month, my managers tell them what's going on, but every 3rd or 4th month, I want to take them on the road. Because the worst thing is to start thinking only one way in your own library. You need to see what other libraries are doing. Yeah. So one of them, we went to the Hive. Okay. We spent a whole day at the Hive. And we looked around, we saw the sewing machines, and we said, oh man, this is cool, why can't we do this? I said, there's no reason why we can't. And I have 2 staff members, Sama and Jess. Oh, then they're the ones that do the sewing programs. And right now we don't even advertise it anymore because the classes are all booked up.
That's great.
Yeah, they're all booked up. The next big thing we got going for the Makerspace is a kitchen project.
Okay.
So I've got the friends that I'm looking at getting a total portable kitchen, actual cooking, baking unit that's mobile, and you can move anywhere in the library, and we can do demos and programs and stuff like that. So now what we're going to do is we can bring that kitchen unit into the children's room, the adult services area, community room, a conference room, so we can develop programs anywhere we want in the library with that unit. So that we're going to do the shopping on that, and we're going to be unveiling that National Library Week in April.
Oh, how cool.
Meantime, we're lining up monthly programs with different restaurants, and not just with restaurants. We're also going to be doing 1 month on gluten-free cooking, one just on vegetarian. Maybe we do something with Consciousness Blossoms, that vegetarian restaurant.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, so we're going to start doing that every month now. So
Oh, how freaking cool is that?
and by the end of the year,
Oh my God.
and this is a first. This is
Yeah.
the first time I'm announcing it.
Oh my God, first.
That's right, first.
You're hearing it now.
That's right.
Exclusive. Okay.
On TBLC.
Woo, TVLC exclusive. Okay, tell us more, Gene.
By the end of this year, I'm planning to open up an adult art makerspace because the complaints that I got from all the parents was, this is great for the kids, but what about us? So we're going to do
Yes.
something for the adult art makerspace. That's by the end of the year.
Yes, that's
So-
amazing.
So we'll have art for kids and adults. We're going to have the kitchen. We'll have the sewing machines. And we'll have the new Ales and Tales at the brewery. So I got a couple of things lined up in mind.
Your programming is just out of control.
On January 29th from 2 to 5. And I was very careful, as I was mentioning to you before, it's between the playoffs and the Super Bowl, so there's no reason not to come, okay?
Yes, no excuses, people.
No excuses at all.
excuses.
Right. So it's from 2 to 5, and we're going to have 10 local artists from various mediums demonstrating and discussing and selling their works. We're going to have a cello player with a pianist. We're going to have fine wine, fine foods, a silent auction of donated art. No one under 18 is allowed.
Wow.
That's correct. We're calling it an elegant occasion.
Ooh.
We want it to be sort of like a dress-up affair.
Ooh.
And we're doing all kinds of stuff like that, and we're going to be selling some stemless wine glass. So we're going to do kind of interesting things, but there's an idea of raising awareness of the arts in Palm Harbor. I think the Makerspace movement, I think, is extremely important because it's bringing people back into the library to make it, we have to be an active institution.
Yes.
We have to be smart about this. If somebody wants to talk to me, remember the public, and I come out short sleeve shirts, jeans, my hair a little bit unkempt, or opposed to the way I'm dressed, and I come out, what kind of reaction do you think I'm going to get between the two of them? There's a difference. It's a perception, and that's human nature.
Although I will say, Gene, I'm going to call you out on this. I believe at the FLA conference last year, you were wearing a Hawaiian shirt and shorts the whole time.
Because
we can pull up a picture of that.
and because I was the president, I said, this is what we're going to do. Because I've gone to a lot of conferences, and I thought, something, that'd be great. I can change my own rules at the own thing. A lot of people did show up at the Hawaiian
Oh, no,
show.
it was fun, and that was a great conference.
I worked for a city, county, now an incorporated area. But the real reason why I got into it is because I love librarianship. I think we do so much. I go home every day. Yeah, you get frustrated, I think, but I feel fulfilled every day. For me, I know it sounds a little corny, but I feel like every day I've done something to make our planet a little bit better.
I think now's a good time to say goodbye. Thank you so much, Gene, for participating in our very first episode. We hope to do more. And go to is it palmharborlibrary.org for more info on what's going on in the library.
Yeah, let's try that. Okay,
Just Google Palm Harbor Library, find out what's going on. Artful Evening, January 29th. Go to that if you can. It'll be awesome. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Rock on.
Rock on. Bye.